Windy Ridge gold antimony prospect that was announced today by Rimfire is an exciting new opportunity on our 100% owned Broken Hill project. Windy Ridge is a classic case of a new old prospect. So gold has been known about at Windy Ridge for quite some time, but it's only just come to light very recently in the last couple of weeks that when Windy Ridge was first explored 40 years ago, the companies out there at the time, they intersected antimony as well. They recognised the antimony sulfide mineral stibnite. And despite some initial follow-up work at the time, the gold and antimony at Windy Ridge has laid silent, hasn't been followed up for 40 years. And while Rimfire is still very much focused on our scandium exploration, and we've just recently finished large drilling programs at Fifield in central New South Wales, we are in this period at the moment where we're waiting for scandium assays. And so during this period, we've been turning our attention to the other projects we have in the company portfolio. And as a result of looking in more detail at some of the historic work at Broken Hill, we in turn realised there was this gold antimony opportunity at Windy Ridge. And so we've spent the last couple of weeks going back through all the historic reports, and we're talking about reports written by companies such as CRA Exploration, Cell Trust, BP Minerals in particular, Broken Hill South. So this is really back in the infancy of base metal exploration at Broken Hill. And what these companies were doing at the time, they were exploring within about a 30 to 40 kilometre radius of the Broken Hill line of lode, looking for new silver, lead, zinc deposits. And in the process of looking for silver, lead, zinc, they actually stumbled upon gold at Windy Ridge. And when they looked closely at the drill core, they realised, they described seeing this silvery white mineral in the core. They didn't know what it was. And so they assayed it and they found the stibnite, the antimony sulfide mineral. So fast forward to today, we've gone back and had a very detailed look at the historic reports, and what Windy Ridge represents is a significant gold antimony opportunity. It's got about 600 metres of strike length. It has been drilled on very broad spacing, so there is a traverse of holes every 160 metres along strike, which is not of sufficient detail to test for internal high-grade lodes, and we think there's a very good chance of being internal high-grade lodes or zones within the broader 600 metres of strike length. And what's really important is that antimony, despite it being recognised back in the 40 years ago, there was no systematic follow-up assaying for it. And the reason was very simple, was when this work was being undertaken, antimony had no value. So you look today, and we saw that the federal government announced literally last week that antimony is one of its priority minerals as part of the new critical minerals scheme that they've got in place. Antimony is now very much an important mineral for us. So when we have a look at Windy Ridge Gold Antimony Prospect, it's 100% owned. It's a very large system. Gold by itself is not quite there, but when you add antimony into the mix, and we know that we're getting grades of in excess of 1% antimony, it starts to become really significant. And to put that 1% antimony into context, we believe from an exploration perspective, anything from 1% and above antimony is significant. And we see some other examples in Australia, for example, the Hillgrove deposit of Lovatos, where in conjunction with the gold, they have a resource grade of 1.4% antimony. So we've got some work to do, but this represents a really significant starting point for us. So we've got an old prospect that is new again. We have gold, we have antimony, we have a very large area. We have historic coarsely spaced drilling. There's no systematic assaying, and as such, we believe this represents a significant new opportunity for Rimfire and its shareholders. And so going forward, while scandium remains our focus, Broken Hill and these recent results reminds us and our shareholders of the value to be had from our Broken Hill project. We will seek to basically get in onto the ground and have another look at this prospect on the ground. We will see if we can locate the historic drill core, and then we will look to commercialise this opportunity either by doing further work ourselves or seeing if we can generate interest amongst potential exploration partners.
you.